At our final all-school mass this year, I was thinking as Drew Grespin gave the Salesian reflection. No one has ever asked me to give one. And 2 days later, Father Rose came up to me at lunch and asked. God blessed me with the invitation to share with my brother classmates at our final mass together. Let me begin with the words of our patron, St. Francis de Sales. It matters little how one begins, provided that he be resolved to go on well and to end well. I guess I'd have to say it didn't begin well for me, since I wasn't even planning on coming to St. Francis. I was going to go to Central. I didn't even know anyone at St. Francis. Most people have a brother or a cousin who went here. Me, I didn't have no connection. For me, I met Coach Lewis at Summer League. He seemed like a very genuine person. So I came, but I was afraid, didn't know what to expect. St. Francis was something new. The whole experience, athletics, academics, student body, all of it was outside of my comfort zone. While I had heard a lot about St. Francis, I had to experience it for myself. An experience that really shaped all 4 years here happened right at the start. At our first all-school mass, my classmates and I were talking to Mr. Connery about maths. It was a different experience for many of us. Many said it was boring. Mr. Connery told us, "You'll only get out of it what you put into it." It is a simple sentence, but it has really spoken to me. Ever since that day, every bad situation I'm in, I think about that. For example, the freshman retreat. Leading up to that day, everyone was talking about how it was going to be dumb, a waste of time, but I thought of what Mr. Connery said. I thought, give it a chance. It was a great day, and it built community. And throughout my 4 years, I got a little bit more out of my shell, began to socialize with everyone, not just athletes. Whether in a casual conversation in the hallway or sitting with different people at lunch. All opportunities to put something more into it. And I always got something more out of it. When I think back to that scared freshman, it started with the football team. I got to know my team in the summer. And when school started, because many of them knew more people, I got to know more people. Then basketball, same way. Met new people who introduced me to others. People saw me, I was the kid with the goggles. Basketball helped me to meet many people that I might not have ever known. Because of these connections, I hold myself to a higher standard. I quickly learned there are always people watching. They notice me and they know me. The great coach, John Wooden, said, "Character is what you do when no one is watching." When I'm out in public, I meet so many people connected to St. Francis. Parents, alumni, supporters. I have received random letters of support. I get a real sense of connection from that. At this year's Global Salesian Leadership Symposium, we had an open seat at our table, and the mayor joined us. Turns out, he's a St. Francis alumnus too. I have learned that pushing yourself in academics is like pushing yourself in athletics. You have to be a student before you can be an athlete. My experiences with academics, well, that's another example of what St. Francis said. I didn't begin well, but I'm ending well. And to any younger people in the church today, I'm proof there are consequences for not beginning well. My lack of focus at the start has put my back against the wall. I've had to achieve this semester my best grades ever to even have a chance at an athletic scholarship. The lesson that can be learned from this is if you are focused from the start, you won't have to scramble at the end and hope you succeed. Before coming to St. Francis, I just didn't have a strong faith life. I wasn't a member of a church community, but here I learned about God's love every day. Not just in our religion classes, but from everyday experiences that can teach us how to love one another and build up the body of Christ. As I stand here today, I can honestly say that while at St. Francis de Sales is my school, it is also my church. It gave me something I didn't have and didn't know I needed. As I look for a college, I want to find one that can contribute to my spiritual growth the way St. Francis has. I want to thank the whole St. Francis faculty and staff. Without their sacrifice, the growth of the class of 2019 wouldn't be the same. Each of you have played a part in making us who we are today. I want to thank a few people in particular. First, Mrs. Emmons. Now, she may be surprised to hear this, because as a junior, I failed her class. It didn't begin well or end well. I slept in her class a lot and my grades showed it. But this year, you worked with me, you didn't give up on me, even though last year I gave up. Thank you. Next, Mrs. Austin. I appreciate everything you have done over the past 4 years. You have motivated and inspired me at every opportunity for all 4 years. And I honestly thank you for that. And finally, no surprise, I want to thank Coach Lewis. He has been a champion in good times and bad. Always had my back. To be supported like that, always give me confidence. Thank you. I wish I could say something about each and every teacher and staff member, but my time is short. But again, on behalf of us all, may I thank everyone who gave extra help even when we didn't want it, or our own efforts adjusted we didn't deserve it. You knew, even when we didn't, that we were going to need that help. Thank you. And to my brothers in the class of 2019, today we will formally and officially bring to completion our 4 years of formation here at St. Francis. We will always be bound together by this experience, no matter where we go. I know it's true. I have seen it in the eyes of alumni I have met. In the end, as St. Francis said, we have no bond but the bond of love, which is the bond of perfection. It is a great honor to have been chosen to give this reflection. I wish we all could have the opportunity to share like this. I hope that something that I shared speaks to your experiences and is representative of us all. If I have ever missed an opportunity to be a brother to you, or worse yet, if I've ever done anything that made you feel less than worthy of who you are, I truly ask for your forgiveness. I invite you all to offer the same. If there are relationships you need to mend, it is one powerful way that no matter how we began, we can ensure that we end well our time as students of St. Francis de Sales School. Life is a collection of beginnings and endings. As I reflect on these 4 years, I think of many successes and failures, opportunities seized, opportunities missed, moments of satisfactions, and some regrets too. But through it all, I have grown. As a man, as a Christian, as an athlete, as a friend. As we end this chapter of our journey, may we begin the next one with humble confidence, bringing the wisdom of our experiences here to whoever God calls us. As you begin your next step of the journey, I pray that it begins well. But if by chance it doesn't, recall the words of St. Francis. It matters little how one begins, provided that he be resolved to go on well and to end well. We will always be Knights of DeSales, and I thank you for letting me be a part of it. May God be praised.